It is hour number 2. And so let's see. So let me see if I can track down where we've been this morning already. So we go from the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta training ground to Chattanooga, Tennessee, to Detroit, and now we're going to Lima, Peru, because it's time to go fully loaded. I have not seen the list. I do not know what's on the list as we bring in our buddy Nino Torres to start hour number 2 on a Thursday. We are fully loaded. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Soccer Down Here fans. Nino Torres with you. Fully loaded, baby. Absolutely fully loaded for today's morning. Got my coffee today, so I'm ready. I know I'm going to miss some of my goodbyes, some more hellos, and everything else like I did last week.
Mm-hmm. Hey, dude, it's all good, brother. It is a Thursday, and we are flying. You've got a lot of stuff going on. We're going to start in South America. Then we'll work our way to the Women's Champions League, where there's a lot of horizon jobs. You got some real close games. And then you see the gulf in the sport with some of the others where there are a lot of wide margins. We'll get into Women's Champions League, apparently, with Nino Damas. And then you've got a kicker that we've got to get into here. But topic, I feel like I need like a reverb, kind of like in the old 80s and 90s in radio. Topic number 1. Riots in Peru. Clásico between Universitario and Sporting Cristal has been postponed. Okay, we got people being stupid. Let me know. What's going on?
Yeah, it's man, it's been a rough week for us here in Peru. They just ousted the 7th president in the last 7 years, right? So we got the number 8 taking over, and apparently people they don't like that. So they just went into a riot. So they want to take down this 8th president that's been on the job for like 8 days, right? So. What a great idea. But anyway, so there's some riots last night. It's been downtown Lima, lots of people protesting. Initially it was a peaceful protest, but they didn't turn out into a not so much peaceful protest. And a few people died on the riots, but and because of that, the National Police suspended the game between Sporting Cristal and Universitario Deportes because the stadium is kind of the national stadium is like a couple of miles away from the Congress. So the riots were going towards the Congress, and they were like, the stadium is on the way. Yeah, you guys not playing. So they're gonna play that game now on the 29th of October, and you see that's another topic down there to talk about that. But it's been rough for us, brother. Here, it's been rough for us, man.
And I ask this because of the safety issues. Is everyone in your circle okay? Are you keeping an eye on everybody? How is everyone? And I ask that from a safety perspective.
Yes, as soon as we knew about the protests, everybody talked to each other, WhatsApp, calling everybody. Nobody leaves the house. You stay and watch it on TV, brother.
Okay,
and that's what we did, and that's what a lot of people did. They were like, not all the areas near downtown. Everybody, the streets were pretty much empty.
Okay.
They're just the protesters were there, but nobody else. Everybody was at home, brother. Everybody was at home.
I said, you know me, I want to ask to make sure that everybody's okay. So that's first and foremost. Next topic. Uruguay TV rights update. 12 bidders? 12? There are 12 networks that are bidding. There are legitimately 12 networks that are bidding on this stuff?
They are 12. We
are not one of them. Maybe we should be 13. I don't know.
And that's the thing. The Tenfield, which is our partner, are yet to sign for the bid. They're not on the list of bidders yet. I mean, the contract ends in December 30th. And Tenfield, which is our partner of GOLTV, they're not on the list of the 12 bidders, so they're now the number 13. And there's it's been meetings yesterday, and with the city council and with the Uruguayan National TV company, and there were all the bidders in there. I think it's how much is it? 184 million.
Wow.
184 million.
Wow.
for a TV right. So they're gonna they see how they're gonna structure the contract, whether it's for 4 years or 5 years. But they're still debating that how long is gonna be the contract. We don't know that yet. But our partners is not they're not listed on the bidders yet. So we'll see what happens. And I believe that they're gonna wait still. You know, they have time until the what is this? Was the 16th, the 24th,
Yeah.
the 24th of October to sign as a bidder. So we'll see what happens, man. I'll keep it posted next week. I'm pretty sure we will have another more information about it next week, man.
Yeah, I figure if you're the rights holder that is there already, if you're the dude that's got the contract, I think what you're doing is you're probably waiting to see who's going to hang around. If you said there's 12 bids and the normal rights holder isn't a part of that, they're not 13 yet. My guess is that some folks are going to be looked at as either being serious or not so serious, and they're going to bail by the time you get to that deadline. And then the network that's got the rights already is just kind of looking at it and going, okay, yeah, we'll kind of wait, we'll see. All right. And so we're not dealing with 12, we might be dealing with 7. So I'm thinking there might be some folks that drift away, and then the network that has it jumps in and sits there and says, okay, this is the number, fine, we'll meet it. But I don't think you're going to have as many dance partners as you've had at like 12. I think they're going to lie in wait here for this week. That's my gut.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens, brother. Hopefully, fingers crossed, because I mean, I love this lake, man. It's just beautiful, man. So we'll see.
Yep. So we'll keep an eye on that. So 3, the San Siro is the end of an era in soccer, and we've kind of been keeping an eye on this. And in Italy, the biggest thing that you've got to dance around when it comes to stadium construction and wanting to build a new barn is the fact that you probably can't dive 3 feet into the ground without hitting some kind of historic monument, artifact, thing like that. And so you've got to find space where you can build it. And in the San Siro's case, let me see if I've got this correct. You've got to start construction or renovation by a certain date, because after that date, then the historic impact kicks back in, and you can't do renovations. You can't start renovations past a certain point because of the historic nature of the San Siro itself. It's like, or you're stuck with the second deck or something. It's just this weird thing that you got to get to digging soon, or you're not going to be able to do it to the extent that you want.
Right. Now the thing is, there's a deadline, right? That the sale must be finalized by November 10th. So as this is when the second tier will turn 70, so making it almost impossible to demolish due to this new historical significance. So it's crazy, but I just wanna, just to bring back all those memories from Italy in 1990 when the stadium was renovated for that specific competition, and man. Mm-hmm. It's my AC Milan. I got a feeling for that stadium, man. I got a particular feeling for that stadium. As you see now, this is my I set up here. This is my pictures, my paintings here. But next week, when I'm ordering. I already ordered my badges, so I'm gonna have a Manchester United badge here, my Universitario de Deportes badge here. So you'll see here, man. You'll see the artwork that is gonna be hanging around here. For now, we got just art, but there's gonna be soccer art.
Yeah,
and one of those is my AC Milan badge that I ordered also because I'm a Rossonero at heart, brother. I fell in love with that team, with the three Dutch kings, right? Rijkaard, Gullit, and Van Basten, and that's when I became a fan, man. When I became a fan, I'm talking about Jesus, man, 87, 88, yeah.
So here's the skinny. By the time, and this is from our friends at The Athletic, by the time Italy co-hosts the Men's European Championship with Turkey in 2032, a new 71,500 seat capacity stadium should stand on the car park adjacent to the current Meazza on its west side, next to the Capitani Public Park. And so that's what they're looking at here. News bulletins have inevitably used Vecchioni's song Lucia San Siro Lights, to pull at the heartstrings of Milanisti, Interisti, and football fans in general. It's a nostalgic ballad about the good old days, falling in love in your 20s, a Fiat 600, a girl, passion, tears, best of times, all in one place. And so you hit that deadline. European football's governing body, UEFA, stripped the San Siro of host venue status for the 27 final. And as of today, it would not meet the criteria required to be used in 2032. That's why they're trying to get all this stuff all figured out and done, and get everything done by that deadline that you gave. The San Siro turns 100 next year, and it's going to host ceremonies for the Milan Cortina Winter Olympics in February, closed for football, which is why Serie A is looking to do that Milan-Como match in Australia that we were talking about. And so you've got to get all this stuff done and all this construction. But yeah, to your point, if you don't get it, if you don't start it past that imposed deadline, you're in trouble.
Yeah, and I love my Italian friends, but they're not the most structured people in the planet. Like, so we'll see. They love chaos, just like we do here in South America, brother. So yeah, we got some of that chaotic way of doing things from them, I guess. Huh?
Yeah. So AC Milan and Inter, they passed that major hurdle. So the vote to sell the existing stadium back in late September passed 24-20 at about 3 a.m. And so they're tearing down the old, building the new. Sale, as you said, sale has to be finalized November 10 when that second tier, the 200 section, turns 70. And then you get historical significance, and you can't tear it down. And so Foster and Partners and Manica are going to design a new stadium. And so the existing San Siro is slated to host the opening ceremonies. 1.3 billion euro, $1.5 billion deal, tears down the Meazza, replaces it with offices, shopping malls, luxury hotels, and lastingly a new stadium. So literally, real estate speculation in Milan has reached unsustainable levels, and now the San Siro is also being sacrificed on the profit altar, according to folks, the five-star movement, the opposition group, the five-star movement. That's what they basically said. So it's going to be live, work, play, but you got to get the sale finalized by November 10. That's big. I mean,
that's around the corner, brother. It's just around the corner. It's like 3 weeks, man.
And to your point, it's like, you've got to have the right handshakes. You got to sit there, and it's like, yes, we've got a deal, correct? Why, yes, we've got a deal. You've got to make sure that all the handshakes are done, all the paperwork is done, and you've got 4 or 5 days.
Sorry, yeah, that's not a lot of time, man, for moving all those lawyer paperwork. So yeah, you got to move a lot of stuff there, man. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there with Giuseppe Meazza. Siro.
Yeah. Okay. So Champions League women. You wanted to get into this.
Yeah.
And here's how he phrased it. Here's how he phrased it as he wrote. Women's Champions League, unpopular opinion from Nino Damas. And today we actually have 4 matches in the league phase. We'll get into that in a sec. But what is Nino Damas's unpopular opinion, sir?
Please, ladies, forgive me for this. All right. Please. I know you love the sport. I know a lot of women and girls and moms and grandmas that they love the sport. But you're still not there. And I'm gonna go into this in probably the most delicate way that I can.
So let me see if I can walk it with you. You still have haves and have-nots.
Mm-hmm.
The level of investment is not the same, and you can tell who's investing and who needs to invest. You see, I mean, I watch Liga MX Femenina. And it's the same, where you have the big revenue clubs, they're investing, and then there are those that aren't, and you can see that delta, that gulf is there.
It's big.
And you're seeing that in the Women's Champions League. I guess that's what you're getting at, is that gulf still exists in the Women's Champions League?
Yeah, but not only that, not only the gap between the big dogs and the underdogs. It's just about the game in itself, right? And And I'm not going to jump into the equality, no, not on that.
Yeah.
But still, even at this level, in the Champions League, because this is the Champions League. All right. Um, I've still seen amateur moves from the players, right? So the women's game, I don't think this fully developed yet.
Yeah.
No, and I get it, ladies. I get it. You why the men get paid so much and why they don't get paid that much? Because of the quality, the revenue is different. You pay for a show, and you're expecting, if you pay $50 for a seat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna be up there, okay. But if you pay for a suite, right? If you pay for a box,
Yeah.
hey, I want the full experience, right? I want this level of treatment. It's the same way with the game, you know. It's how do I say this? I see amateurism situations in the game yesterday from Barcelona. I'm selling Alex Patelas, which is the Ballon d'Or winner, but still when it comes to the defensive moves, why still look like the goalies are like 5'5"? They're not 5'5", but they look like if they were 5'5". And bumping into each other, like it's just the situations that you see at the high school level, okay, in the men's game. You don't see that in the men's game when you play the Champions League. You probably see it in the third division or fourth division. You might see that, but not in the Champions League. Not in the Champions League. And in order for the revenue, for the money to be up there at the level that the women want, you need to step up in your game. You need to step up on your game because the quality is not there yet. It is not there yet. And I was watching soccer yesterday, right? I was, hold on a second, let me see. Oh, Barcelona is playing. All right, let me see okay. I want to sit and watch this game, right? And like you said, the gap was big.
Mm-hmm.
But again, the movements, the tactical positioning, the defensive awareness, I did not see a Champions League quality from either side. From Barcelona and from what was the other team that they were playing against?
It was AS Roma. It was AS Roma yesterday.
Yeah, Roma. Yeah, Roma. Yes, it was okay. Yeah, Roma. And he left me like wanted to see more. I was expecting more, and I was excited because I wanted to see Putellas playing. And yeah, I was kind of disappointed. I was kind of disappointed with the level shown. I call games national team games for when the Netherlands played. It's a little bit more complete, right, when it comes to national team games, but not at the club level. There's a lot of work to do still. It's a lot of work to do still.
Well, and to your point, in the Champions League, just to give folks an idea, league phase yesterday, Barcelona beats AS Roma 4-0. They were a minus 5,000 in the juice boxes, by the way.
Ooh.
Chelsea beat Paris FC, not PSG, but Paris FC.
Paris FC, yes.
4-0. Chelsea was a minus 667. Lyon shut out St. Polten 3-0. Minus 10,000 to Lyon in the juice boxes. The previous league phase day a week ago, Atleti put 6 on St. Polten, 6-0 at a minus 556. Wolfsburg shut out PSG, which I'm sure was a shock a week ago. Wolfsburg put 4 on PSG. Real Madrid put 6 on Roma a week ago. Then you've got Barcelona, and obviously Barcelona is a big drawing card universally. Barcelona put 7 on Bayern Munich. And I'm going back in qualification, looking at Manchester United put 3 on Braun. Real Madrid put 3 on Eintracht Frankfurt. Twente put 4 on Katowice. Twente put 4, Katowice in the home and home. Vålerenga put 3 on Ferencváros. 4 Ferencváros on Dinamo Minsk. Vålerenga 4 on Slavia Prague. Roma 5 on Sparta Prague. Nordsjælland 4 on Oktobe. So, I mean, and Sarajevo 5 on Ljubljana in the placement matches. So, no, it is something that when you have a tournament like this, there are concerns that you have all of these one-sided matches and you want the game to grow. That is indisputed. We want the game to grow. We want
Absolutely.
I want the Women's Champions League. I can't wait for the equivalent. I can't wait for the Women's Club World Cup. That's what I want. Because then you get the clubs from the United States and the
Oh,
NWSL
nice. That'll be nice.
that are attached, and then you can go up against the best of the best on the women's side. That's what I want. I want to see Barcelona going up against Kansas City Current and Timo Shawinga. I want to see him going up against Orlando Pride if it happens soon enough to where you're seeing Marta, Barbara Banda, and Alexia Putellas. That's the kind of stuff that I want to see. And I think the Club World Cup is the way to get in that. But I think in Europe, to your point, right now, you've got that talent gulf that is there. You've got the talent gulf, and it shows in the score lines because the big guns that we watch, Barcelona, et cetera, they're the ones that bring folks in. I don't know how they're paying bills, because if they're not paying bills on the men's side, I don't know how they're paying bills on the women's side.
Right.
But it's a point that we need to kind of keep an eye on. You don't want the women's game to fail internationally because of what we're seeing in the Women's Champions League. You want to find ways for folks to invest and grow the women's game and lift it up to where it's not just the same folks investing all the time. And you're seeing, it's like, yeah, okay, so Barcelona, you have the Women's Super League in England. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for those moments in the upcoming years where you don't see these 4-0, 5-0, 7-1, 6-0, 6-1s in the Women's Champions League. It doesn't do the product any good, and it doesn't represent the growth of the game. I think that's the larger thing here.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's a fantastic idea to see the World Cup of clubs for the women's and I'll be nice. And also, you mentioned all those teams from the MLS, but also Boca Juniors has a team. They got teams in Brazil, so they can maybe we can, I don't know, make just the thinking out loud here. Maybe we can do the American competition, right? We do teams from Brazil, from the US, from Mexico, and make it happen, right?
You've got CONCACAF W right now, and it's going on as a tournament right now, but you're seeing the same kind of talent gulf that we're seeing here.
It's big, but it's ridiculously big, man.
And so that's what look, if I think we should start working on this. The SDH Hemispheric Championship and include CONMEBOL and CONCACAF. You throw them both together. SDH sponsors it. We air all the games. We run the whole thing, and we do the SDH Hemispheric Extravaganza, where we combine CONMEBOL and CONCACAF, turn it into one tournament, best of the best, and then the Club World Cup and all that kind of stuff. So I think you've come up with new content for us, which is always good. Last topic for you. 3 games in 1 week for Universitario, and you have 3 question marks to match up the possibility of 3 matches. What's going on here?
So first off, they moved the game. They postponed the game on the 29th. But on top of that, so the league they didn't have a better idea. Oh, hold on a second. We postponed a game, so we put a game in the middle. So this is how it's going to work, Johnny. Universitario is going to play on the 20th Monday night. I got that game on Monday night. They're going to play on Thursday night, and they're going to play on Sunday. So they're gonna play 3 games in 1 week. So if you just postpone a game, you know what happened with the political situation here in the capital. And how about just like, all right, you know what? They got 2 games in between. Let's just squeeze the game in there. Because I think it's better than put it like, I don't know, 10 days away or so, right? So the players can rest a little bit, right? No, we're gonna squeeze 1 game in the middle, right there, brother, right there. They play Monday, and then they play on Sunday. They can play on Thursday. Yeah, they can play on Thursday. And that goes for all the Universitario haters that they've been saying, yeah, Universitario is being held by the league and this and that because they got the schedule. It's so easy for them. Oh, how about that, brother? None of your teams is going to play 3 games in 1 week, and this is the final stretch of the tournament. When you're studying now, I'm sorry, right? But the second team, the team that's going second is Cusco FC, keeps dropping points, man. They're falling apart. And it's not Universitarios' fault. I mean, you can't win your games. What do you want me to do? You want me to help you? You want me to give you players or something? No, brother. You just gotta win your games. You gotta fight against me. I mean, win your games, right? And because I mean, Cusco FC has been running almost perfect until the last month. And in the last month, Cusco FC, out of 18 points, they got how many they got? They lost 3. I think they got 5 points.
Ew.
Yeah, 5 points.
Ew.
5 points out of 18 possible points.
Ew.
And the last one yesterday, no, they drew. So it's 6 out of the 18. 6 points out of 18 points. Out of 18 possible.
Yeah.
So, that was the closest competitor to Universitario Deportes in the Torneo Clausura. And the thing is, the people from the league, they don't want, I mean, I'm not saying, all right, I'm just speculating here. I'm not saying that they want this. This is my view. Because if Universitario wins, there's no playoffs.
Yeah, because you won, but you won everything, right?
Yeah, there's no. What about the annual table? No, we won that one too. Leading in the annual table, won the clausura, winning the apertura also. Yeah, there's no competition, but there's still gonna be a playoff stuff. They're gonna find out. It's gonna be for the who is Peru 2 in the Copa Libertadores. So there's gonna be a playoff between the second and the second, third, fourth, and the number 2, number 3, number 4. Yeah, those four. I was thinking, who's playing against who? The battle for the who's number 2 in the Copa Libertadores next year. That's the only battle that is left. But playoffs, but it's not. It's different, right? It's not gonna be a playoff for the championship. It's gonna be a playoff for the second place.
Mm-hmm.
So good luck selling that, brother.
No doubt. So do you have Boston River tomorrow night?
No, I don't. I don't have Boston River now, but I got the fans from Kentucky watching the Copa Uruguay last night, and it was awesome. I got Nacional on Saturday. I got Nacional, Miramar on Saturday. I got Defensor Progreso on Sunday. And I got Monday Night Soccer on GOLTV. Universitario Deportes versus Ayacucho. Liga Uno, brother.
As always, it's great to see you, my friend. Great to catch up with you, and glad everyone is okay. Please be safe with the situation going on down there in Peru. And we love you very much, my friend. Be safe, and we'll catch up with you next time. Love seeing you on Thursdays because, as we always do, you come in fully loaded.